Valkyria Revolution on the Xbox One. We're going to do something a little bit different for this research stream. I'm going to start on the normal difficulty level. I'm going to do sort of I'm going to document how long it takes for me to get from the title screen to the first action sequence to the first save point. I've actually played this game already, but this is, yeah, I'm finally going to be able to skip this, so I can skip this. Let the load screens play out. This game could be a disaster. I played the first two Valkyria Chronicles games. The first one is a PC game that I actually have in my possession right now. I'll do a video on that later. I got the sequel on my PSP. I'll see if I can dig that out at some point. And then there's this, which doesn't seem to be like either of those two games. It looks like it's a Dynasty Warriors clone. And it's not even like a real-timey, arcadey Dynasty Warriors-like game. It feels more like an action RPG with Dynasty that basically plays out like Dynasty Warriors, but you have like pausable real-time nonsense going on, as opposed to the first two games where it was turn-based, but then once it's like chess. You pick a character, and then as soon as you pick that character, the game becomes sort of a real-time, stamina-based combat system, whereby once you choose the piece that you want to move, it becomes a third-person action game as you move into position and take a shot at an enemy. And you only move one piece at a time. In fact, to put it more simply, I'm finally able to skip this, by the way. To put it more simply, you have a turn where everyone on your team can move. Then when you end your turn, all the enemies move. You can only move one piece at a time, and then when your team is done, the other team gets to move all their pieces, one at a time. And like I said, once you chose the character you wanted to move, then the camera kind of moves in behind them, and then you can either take a shot, which uses action points, or move into position, which uses action points. It's a stamina-based system. It's going to be easier to explain once I actually do the video on that. The problem with this game so far is that none of that seems to matter at all. What matters in this game is that, yeah, there's sort of a stamina-based meter in terms of attacks, but you can move around at will, you can hide behind walls at will, but it's all real time. And eventually, at some point, when your action meter is full, you can pause the game and issue specific commands, like special attacks. Or you can just do what I did for the first, 3 or 4 levels, which is just one big tutorial. You can just do what I did and just, mash on the attack button incessantly and let your AI party members do the rest of the work. So you're going to see me do a bit of that. I'm not able to skip this. I'm going to put up some footage of commentary-free footage of the story sequences because they are inane. Even for this game, even as anime JRPGs go, this story is inane. And it reminds me actually of Valkyrie. Wow, how did I mix that up? Valkyrie Profile 2 Samaria's cutscenes, where it's just a bunch of poorly animated Japanese machinima, sort of bobbing up and down, holding their same pose for like 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe it's like a 1 second sequence of animation that just goes on ad nauseum. Then occasionally one of the characters will turn towards the other character and have a conversation. I'll put up footage of that because you have to see it to believe it. It is garbage. Because, people who love anime, good anime, it's well drawn. The camera does most of the movement sometimes. Depends on the anime you're watching. This is awful. This is worse than that. So we're getting to it's not as bad as, say, something like Basilisk, where it's like basically the characters don't move except for their lips and the camera does all the movement. This is worse. This is Japanese CGI machinima. It's in-engine animation. It's all based within the game engine. So it's even more limited than that. It's all a bunch of... It's like F-Zero GX, if you remember that GameCube game. Oh, Lord. Anyway. Press X to guard. You won't need to do that, trust me. And B to evade. These moves avoid attacks without draining the action gauge. Okay. When the action gauge is full, ready will appear, allowing you to attack. Until ready appears again, you can press X to guard and B to evade and run. I'm just going to hold the B button down and evade like this. Sprinting. Apparently it doesn't use any stamina doing this, so you can just kind of do this all day. I can move the camera around. The camera's going to be a bit of a problem, I'm not going to lie. It's going to get stuck on walls, all kinds of stuff's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Melee attack with the A button. Y for the battle palette. I totally forgot about the battle palette. Okay, so I'll let them do all the fighting. Go get them. Hey, you. Go get them. Attack them. Kill them. Oh, I can use the battle palette already, huh? The battle palette accesses alchemic spells, secondary weapons, and any items equipped. Spells are cast using Ragnite points, RP, in range from powerful attacks to healing support. Secondary weapons do not use RP, but each gun or grenade has only a limited amount of ammunition. Trust me, we will not be needing any of that. Unlike spells, secondary weapons, items are taken from the squad's whole inventory. Time stops and the battle palette is open, so actions can be safely selected in combat, yet it's pausable real time. We won't need it. Watch this. Whoop! Looks like my colleagues already took him out. Oh, there'll be a lot more of that, trust me. Okay, taking cover. Yeah, here's the other part I remember. I did a lot of this in my, when I was offline, when I wasn't recording. Press the RB button, you are sandbag to crouch behind it. Being concealed lowers damage and recovers HP, which is what really matters. Press the RB button when moving towards a sandbag to vault over it. I haven't needed to do this ever, but we'll see. Maybe it's fun for speedrunners, I guess. Being hidden recovers HP, and setting an ambush with battle palette skills can surprise enemies. Yeah, it sounds good. I'll see. I probably won't even do that. Okay, so I'm hiding here. My HP is already full. It's over there on the left-hand side of the screen. I am Amleth, excuse me. And she's going to run right out into the... She's going to do everything herself. You know what? I'm going to let her kill all these guys. Why not? Here, you can help her. Why, yeah, go out and help her. I'll just stay here, and I'll stay here from the safety of this bunker. I mean, okay. Next one's down. They're not losing much HP. Yeah, go up and go kill them. Yeah, I'll just stay here. I'm your leader. I'll supervise. No, wait, he's coming after us. No, he's not. So, how about them Cubs, huh? Actually, no. How about them Astros? Houston Strong, am I right? So, what was the last anime I've seen? Go, kill him. There he goes. Fell with a headshot, yay. I helped. What was the last anime I've seen? Yeah, that, the one about the Brazilian lady. What was it called? Michiko and Hatchin. Yeah, that one. We'll talk about that one later. We'll kill time by talking about that. Spells and secondary weapons may trigger targets to feel emotions like panic or surprise. Haven't had to worry about this yet. Surprise immobilizes them while lowering their defenses. Panic weakens their abilities. Check a spell's secondary weapons capabilities to see which emotions it triggers and targets. Treating an enemy commander may also cause their subordinates to panic, along with other emotions that can be triggered situationally. Emotions can be triggered in allies, so act accordingly if an allies panic or surprise. For example, avoid battles until they calm down. So if it's my boys who are emotional, they're feeling emo, I'll just hang back till they get better. Okay, I'm going to hold down the run button, which is B. I'm going to attack all these dudes. Wait, what? Did I press the wrong button? No, it's like someone shot the bunker and destroyed both of them. I guess I didn't need to do anything. Again, this is the Dynasty Warriors nonsense I'm talking about. See, there's some more guys over there. So let me hide behind this. Let me hide behind here. Hit the RB button. Kill them. Oh, kill them! Thank you. Rip and tear until it is done. There we go. One more to go. Go on, don't stop now. Go get them. Go team. Yeah, see, I'm fine just over here. So, yeah, Michiko and Hatchlin. A story about a dark-skinned Brazilian heroine who's a bit of an anti-heroine. It's probably worth noting. Spikes, okay. If the opening of that anime sounds like, Discount Cowboy Bebop, Michiko is basically Discount Spike Spiegel. Cross-play Spike Spiegel, I guess. She's one of these action heroines, but she's even less sympathetic than Spike Spiegel. Well, Spike's okay. But as anti-heroines go, she's actually kind of grating. But the show is about getting to... It's mainly about getting into her head and making sense of the bad decisions she constantly makes. And you're almost trying to get over your initial reaction to her and sort of embrace the better angels of her nature. We'll get to that in a moment. Alchemic armaments and parts. They're tanks. And just call them... Anyway. They're offensive, blah, blah, blah. So, they're our greatest foe, but we'll be taking them out 4-on-1 with some reinforcements that'll show up on the enemy side. We can't really take them on one at a time, but if we bash on a body part, they will eventually keel over, and then we can attack them while they're on the ground. So watch what I have to do here. Target a part by pressing RT to lock on. I won't need to do that right here, trust me. I'm gonna pick a limb and attack it until it falls over. Light tanks can be knocked down by targeting its legs and destroying those other parts. Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go. Gonna bum rush him. Actually, let me take out this dude with the guns. Yeah. So the archers are gone. Is there another guy with a gun? Yeah, this guy. Okay, so we're done with that. So I will now take on the AT-AT walker, or whatever it's called, the ATST. Whoops, I didn't see what that was. Okay, I think we knocked it over. So I'm just mashing on the attack button. Mashing on the attack button. Oh, wait. Wait, he's down already. Wow, that was a whole lot of nothing. Wow, that was incredibly easy. So down goes the ATST walker. By the way, how about we're not going to be talking about loot boxes because, well, Battlefront 2 is available for rent. Yeah, I could have swore I saw it. Actually, no, I don't think it's available at the Red Box yet. It will be. Well, I want to see. Yeah, I think it is available for rent. I just didn't want to get it at the time. I got to do some more research. I don't think it's going to require an internet connection, but it's the kind of game where, you know, if I got it for free, I probably wouldn't like it. So, you know. And by the way, the first Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox One, can I skip this? Okay. The first one is available for like $7 used now, and I actually got it at the library. Yeah, the single-player campaign's kind of crap. I got a research video that's going up where I just do a domination mission, but it's not much. It's basically just shooting guys and picking up the coins they leave behind. If you get 100 coins, you win. That's basically how it works. I think you have to pick up like maybe 40 or 50 coins. Okay, I'm still skipping all this stuff. This will give you an idea. This will give you an idea about the pacing of the game early on. If you're avoiding the story, this will help. If you're not avoiding the story, do it anyway, because these sequences can last 5 to 10 minutes, and then, so basically, if you don't skip any of the story sequences, you're gonna go for an hour before you actually get to a save point. You will literally have to sit through the story for an hour if you don't skip these story sequences before you can even save your game. I already saved my game after all this stuff. Wait, what's going on? Okay, I'm not dead. Okay, I think she's supposed to be the reluctant warrior. Reluctant warrior woman, well. Although she doesn't, well, we're going to get to that in a second. There's going to be a part where she sees blood on her hands, and she's going to... And there's a lot of that, by the way. A lot of, you know, her holding her hand in front of her chest and standing still, you know, breathing, panting heavily for like 5 or 6 minutes, occasionally turning her head towards another character and having a conversation with you. Here's the sequence right here. Yeah, so this part right here. So she literally just, you know, slaughtered like 4 or 5 dudes. And then she sees this. And wait, hold on. Here it comes. See? Yeah, she's gonna love puberty, by the way. We're not gonna have that conversation. Skipping that. Yeah, so you must not fear death, either of enemies or allies, something like that. I'll show the video of that sequence because it's kind of hilarious. Ineptly hilarious. As is much of this game so far. I mean, again, we've had 2 Dynasty Warrior sequences, or 3 Dynasty Warrior sequences, including a mini-boss. And literally all I needed to do was hide and let my allies do all the work. And mash on the attack button. That's it. Okay, continuously panicking or surprising a target triggers emotions like fear or confusion. They have a stronger effect on the target and can render them unable to act. So basically, mash the attack button until they get scared. So let's bum rush them, and they're dead. And we'll bum rush these guys. Whoop, it's really slow there. I should have just vaulted that sandbag. There were a lot of these in the last game. You know what? I'm not gonna sit around just attack these guys. It's already a 10-minute video. You saw me get past all those other guys. How hard can this? Whoops. Excuse me. You saw me get past those other guys by doing nothing and hiding behind the sandbag. Okay, where are the guys with guns? Okay, I think they're down. Yeah, these guys. So I guess they were afraid to act for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they got scared. Alright, so I'll take out the guy behind the sandbag. Yeah, he's got a gun. Take out the archers. Sorry. Gun toters. We done? No, he's not. Okay. So, Fire Emblem's Heroes. Don't play that. Well, apparently you shouldn't play that unless you really like, you know, Musu games. Then there's this, which looks like a discount version of a Musu game with even worse combat. I mean, it's not like, at least, you know, it's not a game about, you know, one guy taking out a horde of 30 mannequins like the bad Dynasty Warriors games are, or the Gundam Warriors games are, or whatever. I mean, this looks like a, well, it looks like a PS3 game, and it plays like a PS2 game. I mean, why even bother? I mean, this game doesn't even do what you could have done this on a PS2. I mean, this looks like Dynasty Warriors 3 at worst. Okay, so here we go. So we got another large anthropomorphic tank. Is that anthropomorphic? It's just, you know, well, it's anthropomorphic in a way. More mecha. Why not? So let's attack something. Whoop, whoop, whoop! Run away, run away. Okay. Stay out of the red circle and you'll be fine. Heavy Stomp is charging. Whoop! Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way! Yeah, that was too close. I haven't had to heal myself at all, by the way. Okay, these things are reinforcements that show up. So let's take out a few of these. They aren't going to do too much damage, though. Okay, we destroyed a leg, or weakened a leg. So let's mash on the attack button. Let's press A over and 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 over again. And eventually, I guess I'll do a special attack so you can see one of those. Well, it's moving again. Did I press the wrong button? I might have pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I think I was just mashing on a leg. Heavy Stomp. Wasn't that the name of a song? It's already been done. I think that was, no, it's Heavy Cross. Sorry. Pretty sure it was Heavy Cross. Next. I'm out. Okay, I'm not dead. Let me clear out a few of these guys that are annoying me. Now, can I give orders to my allies? I don't know. Let me get to the other. Yeah, let me get to the other side. Let me get to the other side. Ouch. Let me get to the other side of this fire sentry so he can shoot the legs instead of me having to. Yeah, so the legs will absorb the projectile attack. That'll be good. Okay, Y button. Let's do. Do want to use fire? Let's use a round blaze. Okay, so you press the Y button for that. That brought up the battle, whatever screen. Can I do it again? No, not yet. There's a yellow bar on the left-hand side that you can barely see. Might be cut off. Oh, Heavy Stomp, Heavy Stomp. Does not make me want to clap my hands or dance. And reinforcements have arrived. You know what that means? Hide behind the leg of the enemy that we're killing. Whoop, it just went down again. He's trying to shoot us. Okay. How many more cycles do we have? It's not charged yet. Nope, it's not charged yet. Mash on the attack button. Mash, mash, mash. 100-hand slap. You can barely see me, but that's okay. Trust me, I'm doing damage, I swear. And we destroyed another tank part. Okay, two more cycles, maybe 3 should finish them off. He blocked something, though. Something's getting blocked over here. I'm just whacking. Okay, it's moving again. 2 more cycles. Yeah, I can't see the circles. I need to see the red circles. Firewall. Deep burning. Heavy stomp, heavy stomp. Okay, we're good. I'm not dead. Neither are my colleagues. Well, not there, not there. Mash, mash. There's gonna be a sweep coming up in a second. Ow. Run, run, run. Okay, I didn't see the sweep. That was the leg, I guess. Wait, wait, wait. Not the leg, the tail. There we go. We're safe. Multi-stomp. Let's get out of here. I'm just running away from the orange circle. Just bear with me for a whoops. Okay, I'm safe. Okay, he's down, right? He's down, right? I think it took a little bit longer than the last time I played. That's right, no. Because last time I did this, I was attacking the flame sentries, but they just keep respawning anyway. So, I mean, just whack on the attack button till the thing falls over. I mean, this isn't terribly complicated. I can't skip this. Thanks, Japan. Yeah, I think I got a C last time, too. But I defeated every enemy, which is what counts. So I should be level 4 by now. Yeah, see? Amleth, right there, level 3. I guess these characters' names matter. I can't be bothered yet. Because I remember in the first game, everyone had a different class, and that was important because you tried to balance out your classes based on how you played. What do I want? I could have swore I had 3 choices. Oh well, I'll grab this one. No, that's picked one, whatever. Okay, so when's our next save point? Skip. Next. So down goes the Voltron line. Loading. So, can I skip this? Yeah, I can skip this, okay. So, Michiko and Hatchland. So, unfortunately, while the heroine's like, okay, she's grating at first, she's kind of loopy, kind of woo. I think she has she's like an oracle-like character, a fortune teller she talks to, and that's supposed to be meaningful during one of the early stories. She picks up a little girl named, I think her nickname Hatchin or Hatchlin, whatever her name is. And she's supposed to be, I guess, the surrogate for the audience at some point because, she's a bit more innocent than Michiko is. She's a lot more sympathetic than Michiko is. She's also a kid. But the story is kind of, the heroine, there's a heroine, there's a villainess, there's a little girl who's basically caught in the middle, but she's basically being tagged along by Michiko because she seems to care about her more than the cop does. The villainess is a police officer, apparently. He's investigating Michiko. But it's okay. I mean, I don't remember who wrote it, but that's the kind of, I forget who it was who wrote the Cowboy Bebop, the big episodes of Cowboy Bebop, Tokyo Godfathers. They were written by a lady, I forget what her name is, who's actually in Wolf's Rain. She wrote the best episodes of Wolf's Rain. That's the kind of show that should have been written by her. I don't remember, I'm blanking on her name, but she's the screenplay writer for Tokyo Godfathers and the best episodes of Cowboy Bebop. This is the kind of show that would really benefit from her presence, because she's really good at writing sort of nasty anti-heroes and really good interchanges between characters, even when they're in Japanese. But this Michiko show doesn't have that, and that's disappointing. This is the kind of show that could definitely benefit from her presence. She might already have written it. She might have written it. I didn't remember seeing her name in the credits. But the show's okay. Basically, it's got decent action sequences. So certain movie critics who act like women can't direct action sequences other than Catherine Bigelow, well, this was pretty good. And Laura Montgomery obviously is a very good director. She's an A-lister. She worked on Justice League. She worked on Last Airbender. Well, she definitely worked on Korra. I don't know if she worked on Last Airbender. She definitely worked on Korra. And she worked on the new Voltron series, the Netflix Voltron series, which, okay, I've seen 3 episodes of it. It's not great. But I've only seen the first 3. It probably gets better later, but, it's really kind of flat. It's the same problem that Korra had. I mean, it's flat and the humor is lame, but it looks good. I mean, Joaquim Dos Santos is an excellent animation director. He worked on Justice League Unlimited, and the best looking episodes were his. He and Hank Tucker are awesome, but the problem is that he ends up working on stuff like Korra, and I'm not going to go on that. I'm not going to go on that tangent again. We'll talk about Korra some other time. Maybe if I get my hands on the PC game, we'll talk about Korra. But that Korra is still like, it's one of the best looking disappointments I've ever seen. It's the animated equivalent of, well, I haven't seen the Cotton Club. It's the animated equivalent of, well, pick a good looking movie that's awful. Okay, Korra's not awful, but okay. Yeah, her. we'll skip all that. Gotta have your fan service, kids. It's Japanese. We love fan service. Thank you, Japan, for your fan service. So we're still not to the save point yet. I'm skipping a bunch of stuff. We're about 26 minutes in. And that was a reasonably quick battle, you know, nothing really complicated except for those times, like I said, I was just hiding behind cover and just letting my colleagues do all the fighting. If I weren't skipping all these sequences, we'd be an hour into this. Okay, we still got more. I think we have one more before the save point. Like I said, I've already saved, so I don't have to worry about that. This is technically a research stream, right? But half of it is just me whining about what's on screen. Well, I gotta get through the loading screens, right? I mean, wow. And yeah, I'll probably splice in some of the audio to go with this later. Soundtrack is probably being done by Toshi Sakamoto. You know me, I got my Sakamoto bias. But like most great musicians, his best work tends to be attached to lousy work. Oh, finally saved my progress. Okay. I'm not going to save this. But, yeah, see, it's about half an hour in. We finally get to our first save point. We can pause the game, at least, so there's that. But so keep that in mind. It's not as bad as Majora's Mask. But imagine if you died during any of that. And then had to go through all that stuff all over again. I mean, how bad would that suck? Alright, so Valkyria Revolution. This is not looking good, folks. I hope that tutorial is literally just that. I hope the entire game isn't like this.